5 weeks into full time. The rig is 6 months old, but it's getting its roof replaced. If you've got an RV, you know that things break. And if you're gonna buy an RV, you need to know that things break. It's been a wet last couple days, and we found a couple places where we have water intrusion. We found some leaks and some puddles in the back windowsill right here. We just got to the service center. There's a lot of water coming down here. We can't empty our black tank. We're getting ready to check out, and the bedroom slide doesn't go in all the way. Not sure why, but as the slides come in, there's some scratches happening.
I'm really frustrated, kind of on the verge of tears.
This cabinet, which is our electrical cabinet, is coming loose from the wall. The circuit breaker was popping, wasn't charging, so they replaced the circuit breaker. I was reading in a group that someone said put cardboard down. That doesn't seem like the best solution. We have no screws on this back line. We found an active water puddle coming down from like a bad sill on the outside. That doesn't sound right.
Because
that can't be right. I don't know how helpful that piece of cardboard was. This is a return. You see there's a couple inches right here. This is the intake, and you see how it's collapsed. I can't even put my finger in here. We were reading as we were traveling yesterday that some of the people in the group will go to like Lowe's or Home Depot and buy some of the outdoor carpet and lay down. So a couple other things we discovered here last night. With all the water that's coming in, we found a couple leaks. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go buy pipes and put them in the ducts to try to make it so the ducts are no longer collapsed. We gotta figure out something. I'm not sure what's gonna be the best case. Cardboard probably isn't. I don't understand what would be blocking it though. What's causing that problem?
I think I'm just worn out. We found a water issue in the living room, and some wood is swollen, maybe a leaky window. Ryan's gonna have to get up and look and see, maybe he needs to caulk the window, find out where that's coming from.
It's just definitely not cool in here at all. Trouble hooking up? I said, yep, the pad is dead. There's actually a pretty big gap right here in the sill. We know that now our bathroom ceiling has a leak. We found some water in the toilet coming from the fan, and also our basement is leaking.
And I'm gonna try to keep my spirits up and be in a good mood and just keep pushing forward. But today it just feels I feel a little tired.
This door is broken, and I realized that I'm having a problem with probably one of my internal gate valves. We noticed when we stopped that this backsplash is coming detached from the wall here. So this tile here is toast. This tile over here is pretty ripped up, and there's another one down there that's toast.
Arrived at the service center in Tishomingo, and wow, okay, we went from tornadoes and running from tornadoes to now we get here and they're having record cold weather and snow. I think it's gonna get down to 20 degrees. We just chase all the bad weather. I think we're bad weather magnets. I told Ryan, I'm like, this is crazy. So anyway, what a fun and eventful couple of days of running from tornadoes.
Means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes.
And as it does so, it's wrapping back around, and that's where that rotation is likely going to be seen.
Wow, and now we're going to be in snow. So, I mean, I was just complaining to my daughter that, you know, I'm kind of sad we didn't get to see snow this year. So I guess I shouldn't have said that too soon.
All right, we're in Mississippi. We're at Vanleigh's contracted service center. There's snow. It is cold here. Typically at this service center, you drop off your rig, they work on it all day long, and then you come back at night and you sleep in your rig. However, our roof is getting replaced. We didn't know that we weren't going to be able to stay on our rig, so they just told us after walking through some of our warranty issues and what's going on with it that we could come back on Friday. Today's Monday, so we gotta go find a hotel for 3 of us plus 2 dogs. So let's go do that. So we've been here before. I'm gonna try to tell this in a way that makes sense. There is a repair facility that's in Tishomingo, Mississippi. It's about 20 miles away from the plant. And they work on almost exclusively Vanleighs, so they've become known as the Vanleigh Service Center. But it's owned and operated by a third party. So we made an appointment here even before purchasing our rig, and we made it for about 6 months out because we knew that we'd probably start building up some warranty items, and then we also knew that there'd probably be some things that we wanted to change with the rig. And on our first appointment, we stayed in the bay for 4 days. We had a third AC installed. You're welcome, Hannah. Added the lift assist to the stairs.
Whoa. Did you see that? We got some new steps. We got some new steps there, and he just lifted them and they were light.
Replaced the back window, replaced a bad gray valve that was leaking. We repaired the bedroom slide, and we fixed about 12 other warranty items. During the day while they're working on it, we went and looked around the area. Like one of the days we went on a Vanleigh plant tour. So we're at the Vanleigh plant. Maddie and I are gonna go take a tour. Sarah is gonna sit in the car with these guys. All right, let's go do this. Another day we chased down an abandoned nuclear power plant. We were just driving. We drove up by Pickwick Lake because there's a nuclear reactor that they were building here many years ago. And we wanted to see if we can get to it because you used to be able to get to it, but they built gates around it. So we're trying to get to it. And while doing so, we stumbled on the area where they built the fiberglass end caps and the walls for all of the Tiffin coaches and the Vanleigh coaches. All right, so what are we doing, Sarah? All right, so we are...
Something I don't want to do.
Yeah, we're leaving the service center. We're heading toward Memphis, which is en route to Boise.
Yeah, you heard it right. We're going back to Boise.
So we get done what we can at that service center, and we leave to go back to Idaho to finish up and get the house ready for sale. But before we left, we had an appointment set now to do some work on the roof. And that's why we're here today. So we found a hotel that's about 40 miles from the service center that we're gonna stay at for the next 4 nights while they work on the rig. So we had to come back tonight to grab all the essentials and pack up. And you know, that's kind of hard. We didn't bring suitcases with us, so we're kind of packing everything out in garbage bags. So this is how we're gonna travel. About 4 or 5 of those to the hotel. Should look good. And a bag of dog food.
After 5 weeks being on the road, this place feels ginormous. We have a 2-bedroom plus a living room. I mean, this place, what we're gonna do with all this space?
We're standing in our bathroom. I'm gonna show you something just a little bit strange here. That's our roof minus the membrane. Day 1 of removing the membrane complete. The entire thing is off. They've removed all the air conditioners, all the components up there. So I'm not sure what the next step is, whether they sand all that stuff or how they prep it. So it's a little bit strange to see a hole in our ceiling in our kitchen. So we got ourselves an order for a new mattress. We have a problem with our mattress. The parts guy that usually picks up the parts from the plant takes it back to the service center sick. So we're gonna go pick up a mattress and take it back. Went for a mattress, got a microwave. They didn't have any mattresses. They got a microwave.
I'm happy about that. I mean, you're the one that has to sleep on the mattress part.
Maybe I could sleep on the microwave. So yesterday we went over to the factory to get a brand new mattress, but they didn't have any mattresses. So we got a microwave because the convection part of our microwave stopped working. So the microwave worked, just the convection didn't work.
And we just started using convection for the very first time, and actually it's pretty nifty.
So brand new microwave, but there's something a little bit different about this.
A little bit darker than I remembered it.
But But check this out. When we got back here today, so back to the service center, that was probably not exciting for everybody else, but we got a mattress.
It is for you, because Ryan had to sleep on the big crack that was in here, so it didn't bother me at all, but you'll be glad to have a nice smooth mattress now.
Because it was a straight break all the way down the center of the mattress, which made it very uncomfortable, and it was right down my side. I didn't do that, I promise.
Well, I mean, now you'll get to sleep comfortably.
Okay, so roof is done, mattress replaced, microwave replaced. We had a problem with our closet too, so they fixed that. They sturdied that up too.
Sturdied it, yeah.
Yes. And then we have a couple other items that they're working on tomorrow. We're actually still in the bay. This is the big garage bay that we're still into. So,
which is nice because it's super cold outside, so I'm glad we're in here tonight.
So
it's gonna get down to 17.
So we'll work on some stuff tomorrow, and then we'll be back outside. Here's the problem with the roof. We did have some bubbles in our membrane, but the bigger issue is during that first appointment, as we're inspecting the roof, we found that some of the decking had become separated and unattached underneath that membrane. Likely the even bigger issue is we had a bump that was on the street side of the rig, kind of midway down, and we had a third-party inspector when we bought the rig. We asked the dealership what they thought the bump was. We asked our inspector what they thought the bump was, and we all thought it was just kind of like an optical illusion, like maybe the gutter was wrong. A bump above the bathroom. I don't think that's by design. There's a kind of a bump in the wood. Not sure what's happening there. It wasn't until later when we were going through our video of our build, because we watched our rig get built. If you haven't watched that video, I'm going to put a link to it right here. But as we were going through our build video, we saw why that bump existed. So basically what happened, as they were trying to put the roof down, our cabinet, our pantry was too tall, and the roof kind of just bent over the top of it. So now there was a hump on the roof. So while we've been hanging out in a hotel, they tore off all of our ACs, they tore off the membrane, they tore off all of our wood decking. This allowed for an opportunity because our hanger in our kitchen and our ceiling, our decorative hanger, had become separated. So now they were able to get down to there and fix that. They replaced our decking with new decking and then new membrane. Our skylight had also cracked in the last couple months, so they put a new skylight on and of course put the air conditioners back on. So now we have a brand new roof. Here's the new roof. So it's a huge benefit with Vanleigh to have this service center. That doesn't benefit everybody because it's quite a drive to come to Tishomingo, Mississippi to get things fixed. But if you're full-time, you're traveling the country, you can kind of just schedule it into your stops. With the type of issues that we've had, going to a dealership, who knows how long they would have kept our rig to fix things like a roof replacement or even just a back window. Our rig likely has more issues than the average, but I think one of the things that we learned or are continuing to learn is to be flexible. Because, you know, things break and you're gonna have to repair things. And some of those things I can fix while we're out on the road. Some of those things can wait until we're at a different destination, or maybe even longer when we hit like home base or something like that. But some of those things I can't replace. I'm not gonna replace a back window and I'm not gonna fix a roof. So we're gonna have to depend on a place like the service center. And it's not just Vanleigh that have these types of service centers. I've heard that some of the Alliance people go up to Elkhart and they go up to the plant to get things fixed. I think it's just one of those things when you're shopping for a manufacturer and you're shopping for a rig that you need to consider what the service approach is, because I mean, let's face it, a lot of those dealers are like backed up and then they end up holding your units for a long time.